So I think some of the really significant improvements, changes, successes with clients have been, for example, I worked with a lady who ran a business employing about 30 people, which she'd bought from a partner. And she was a vet. She'd spent 5 years at college learning how to be a really good vet, how to look after animals and their owners. But in all of that time, she'd spent no more than 2 weeks learning how to run a veterinary practice. And she had a husband, small children, all of whom called on her time and best efforts, whilst at the same time trying to run a practice with employing 5 other vets and about 30 people in all, without really knowing what the best approach and process was. So when we started, she was all at 6s and 7s and very stressed and very short of time. We went to a conference, an Action Coach conference. Actually, it happened to be in Portugal, and went down after the conference for dinner in town. And walking back with her and her husband, she said, this was about 2 years into the coaching process, she said, you know, I used to be a vet who happened to run a business. I now regard myself as a businesswoman who happens to run a veterinary practice. And we continued to develop her and her practice until the point at which she was able to sell it. She sold it for an eye-watering figure, which has been life-transforming for both her and for the whole of her family. And actually, interestingly, the buyer wanted her to continue to run the business on their behalf. And furthermore, she was able to rent them the buildings. So it's turned out extremely well for her. And I think that is indicative of some of the changes and the benefits that can come through coaching. There are lots of others, but I just give that to you as a for instance.